19 years ago today, our nation was forever changed by unspeakable tragedy. On September 11, 2001, Americans across the country, at work calling loved ones, at schools under lockdown, and at home glued to their televisions, all stopped what they were doing to witness the single deadliest terrorist attack in human history. By noon, the World Trade Center towers in New York City had been struck by American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175. Both towers were burning. American Airlines Flight 77 from Washington, Dulles crashed into the western side of the Pentagon, and United Airlines Flight 93 departed from Newark, New Jersey, but never made it to San Francisco. Instead, it crashed into a field in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. These tragic events were no accident, but the work of terrorists. The attacks resulted in nearly 3,000 fatalities, over 25,000 injuries, and substantial long-term health consequences for countless people across the country. It was also the single deadliest incident for firefighters and law enforcement officers in the history of the United States, as first responders bravely put their own lives on the line in an attempt to save others. It's been 19 years since those attacks scarred our nation, but the bravery of those first responders and the lives of the victims stolen far too soon will never be forgotten. While this evil act casts a shadow on that Tuesday morning, what happened in the days, months, and years that followed defined our American experience forever. How our nation came together in the face of fear, and how the good people across our country stepped up to help their neighbors and do what they could to support New Yorkers. This is the American way. That when faced with hardship, we always lean on each other and pull through together. It's important to remember what happened on September 11, 2001, because it happened to all of us. It's important to remember the bravery of the firefighters and police officers that paid the ultimate price in the performance of their duty. It's equally important to remember and celebrate the heroes that were born on that day. In the midst of chaos and uncertainty, people helped each other out of the World Trade Center and held one another up while walking away to safety. And we can never forget the 40 passengers and crew aboard Flight 93 who showed remarkable courage by thwarting the hijackers to prevent further destruction. May we never forget the victims of this horrible attack.
We remember.
We remember.
We remember.
We remember.
We remember.
We remember.
And may we always remember the bravery of those heroes who gave their all to help others. Tampa, I will never forget September 11th.